Hi everyone, it's Nancy. Today, excuse me, today is Tuesday, September 2nd, and I thought it was about time to get back with you with an update on what's been going on. I have read lots of books. I've got some stitching finishes, and I've finished a lot of projects this last few months. I'm probably going to cut this into 2 videos and show you all my home projects on another video so that it's not so long as I think it's going to be. So I wanted to see how you guys are doing. Are you okay? Are you staying in? Are you wearing your masks? Doing your hand sanitizers and all of that? Taking care of yourselves real well? I hope so, because we don't want anybody being sick with this stuff. I'll tell you, during my calendar update, I realized that, yes, we all came down with COVID again between June and July. Jamie got it first. We had some friends come over. They did, the kids did, and they didn't know that they had been exposed. Then they exposed us, and the whole house got sick. Luckily, this time, it was not near as bad as it was before, so we got through that fairly easily. I didn't even go into the doctor. Jamie and Eric were tested, and both of them came back positive. So I called my doctor and talked to them about it and told them what was going on, and they said, well, do you really want to be swabbed? And I'm thinking, no, I don't want something stuck up my nose if I don't have to. So, I was like, no, not if I don't need to come in. I don't want to come in. And they said, well, I'm pretty sure you've been exposed. Just do the 14-day, and gave me all the parameters, what to do. And I did that, and, it's been fine. I never lost my sense of taste or smell, but I just felt real worn out. I kind of had a cough. I still get one once in a while, so if I start coughing, I apologize. But yeah, it was just our luck. What can I say? But anyway, let's go through my calendar. Not a whole lot on there. This is my 24th week of working from home. I haven't been into the office one day. They opened the office up a couple times, but every time they do, somebody comes down that they've tested positive. So, I just figure I don't need to go in. There's nothing there that I can't do here. So I'm just staying at home and working that way and not worrying about going in and trying to sit at my office desk there. We had one guy from our team go in a couple times, and he was on the floor that couple people were, he didn't see them, but a couple people reported they had been exposed and tested positive, and they were on our floor. And then he went in another time, and somebody on the floor above us, same thing. So, I don't want to chance that. I don't need to chance that. So let's just forget about that. Right now, they have approved us to stay home through the end of the year. So I imagine we won't even think about going back until after January 1st. And by that time, it's going to be snowing and nasty, and we're going to have virtual snow days. So, I probably won't get back to the office till after April next year. We'll be out over a year. Outside of that, on June 24th, it was Fairy Day. Did you put some little goodies out for your fairies? I hope so. I took Sonny in and had him shave that day, and oh my God, he loves it. He just prances around when he comes home like he is just hot stuff. He just loves that hair being gone. And he's still, right now, he's grown out to the point, it's only about this long now, right? But he looks like a little fuzzy teddy bear. So that's real fun. July 4th, we had a barbecue, and Jamie cooked some great hamburgers and hot dogs, and actually brats, probably not hot dogs. And we had a good barbecue, and then we watched all the people across the way here do all their fireworks, and it was really nice. It was fun to do. I got some new chairs out on my front porch, so it was really nice to sit out there in those little wicker chairs and be comfy and watch the show. July 23rd was Eric's birthday. He turned 46. I'm kind of excited about that. I can't believe he's 46, though. Can you? I mean, you don't really know when I had him and all of that, but man, time just is flying, ladies. I can't believe it. I want to wish Lori Butcher a happy birthday tomorrow. I'm not going to say how old she is. I don't know that I know how old she is, but I'm sure she'll have a great day. And then Jamie's birthday is coming up on the 18th. She'll be 46 also. And I think we've got some surprises for her. She doesn't know what's going on. So hopefully she'll have a happy day. And then the last thing I had for the calendar was the equinox that's coming up on the 22nd. I'm trying to hang out for that because I am dying over all this fall decorating. I keep watching these videos and torturing myself. I want to do my fall decorating. I've got some new things, some new velvet pumpkins, and I got a new sign that says "Hello, Pumpkin." It just really cute stuff that I'm dying to put out. And I'm sure there is some things that I need to add to it. But, I can't do that until I know what I already have. So hopefully I'll make it at least another week before I start doing that. But that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, next up is my books. I am 5 ahead of schedule. I have read 21 out of 24 books. And over this last time, since I last talked to you, I read 8 books. Pardon me. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about those. On June 11th, I read Bowled Over by Victoria Hamilton. I'd give this book 3 stars, 3 out of 5. This one is about a gal named Jamie. She collects antique kitchenware and cookbooks, and at the big town July 4th picnic, a man is discovered dead, and he's been hit on the head with one of her antique bowls. So naturally her fingerprints are all over it, and boy does she get in trouble over that, and has to really figure out who did it and why they did it and how it happened and how her bowl got used. It's a cute book. Next, I read Once Upon a River by Diane Satterfield. This one I gave 4 stars. This one we tried to read to start a book club, and we just couldn't get our people coordinated to do that, so we have since dropped the book club. But this book, it had a lot of plot twists, and you could feel them all being tied together as they were going through. But it was all about a little girl who showed up on a dark night. It's like a medieval setting. She was pulled from the river by this other man who was not her father. He just found her in the river, and she was thought dead. They laid her in the ice house, and then a few hours later, she was alive. Now, so that's a miracle in itself, right? And then there are 3 families that are just positive she is their child. So it gets really interesting. I think you might like that one. It gets a little slow in some areas, but it's a really good story. The next one I read I finished it on July 21st, and it was The Woman in Cabin 10. And it's by Ruth Ware. I thought it was excellent. It's a murder mystery on a luxury cruise ship that only has a few cabins. Our girl is Low Blacklock. I always want to call her Blaylock for some reason, but it's Blacklock. And she, her life is all messed up anyway, and she's a journalist, and she got to go on this cruise because the person who was supposed to do this interview had a conflict, got sick, and couldn't go. So Lo goes in her place, and for some reason she has really been drowning her sorrows, and she's been drinking a lot, excessively, and it's been getting out of control. Well, one night when she was on the ship, within the first couple days, she hears an argument and a fight in the room next door, and then a big splash, and this woman goes overboard. So you don't know if she fell over or was she pushed. So Lo has to try to figure that out, and the troubles this girl runs into, really, really, really scary sometimes. I think you'd like that one too. I gave that one 5 stars. The next book I read and finished was on July 29th, A Window Opens by Elisabeth Egan. I did put down my stars on this one. I think I gave this one 4 stars. And this one is about Alice Pierce. Alice is one of the super mothers. She's on PTA, she's on every committee, she takes her kids to dance, she takes them to gym, she takes them here, she takes them there. She keeps her house immaculate, she does her yard, yada, 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 on and on and on. Well, her husband came home one day, he was an attorney, and he had lost his job. She didn't know what to do. They had this huge house, huge payments. She didn't know what to do. So he wanted to go out on his own, and she was going to let him do that, of course, try to help him out. But things just kept getting farther and farther behind, and they seemed to be distancing apart. So she decided she was going to take this on her own and go get a job. And she does. She lands this job at a place called Scroll. And it was a hip, young startup company. And it was all about books. So it gets really, really fun. She has trouble relating to the video world and texting and being available 24/7. So, pardon me, that part is really funny. And it's relatable, because how many things can we do at once? But I think that one, if you want a really fun, quick read, that's a good one. Pardon me. The next one I finished on August 6th, and it's called The Other Mother by Carol Goodman. This one was recommended to me by Debbie Dewey, and all I can say is OMG. This thing kept me on the edge of my seat the whole time. There are so many twists and turns in it that, I was getting confused at some time who was who, which character was which, because the two mothers are Daphne and Laurel, and they are so similar that they just kind of disappear into each other and they become one. And you don't know if the one that's left is Daphne or is it Laurel. One was murdered, but was it Daphne or was it Laurel? You don't know. So I really, really would recommend this book. I think it is really good. I gave it, of course, 5 stars. The next book I read was Faithful by Alice Hoffman. I finished that on August 12th. This book, it's a YA book, I'm pretty sure. It didn't say that, but it just kind of felt like that. And this book is about a girl named Shelby. She's in high school, and she and her best friend have gone out for the evening and are driving around, and they get in a horrible, horrible wreck. She comes out fine, besides just a few bumps, bruises, scrapes. Her girlfriend, though, is in a coma, and she is not expected to live, but she does. And people start, what do they call that when you go to see a religious, you guys are all yelling out at the screen, I'm sure, a religious entity, you know, where they do a trek for it. They start believing that she can heal them and that she can cure different illnesses and issues that they have. So people gather at her house and just, you know, wait for the chance to be able to walk in and touch her. And they just know that they're going to be healed by her. So this, of course, our friend Shelby feels so guilty over this because, you know, here her friend, who is all bright and bubbly and full of life, is now stuck in this bed with this horrible, these people coming in and, you know, just gaping over her, and she just hates it. She has never seen her since the accident because so many people have blamed her for the accident. Shelby goes to a mental institution because of it and has a really, really hard time with this, and she really thinks she has no friends at all until suddenly one friend appears, and this friend will save her life. So I think this is another one I gave 5 stars. I think it's really good. I think you will really, really like it. I think this is my last book, isn't it, that I've got so many pages this time. No, I have 2 more books. August 27th, I read Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. I gave it 4 stars. Where's my, excuse me. I think it was a great story. It was about a little gal, Jules was her name. She lost her boyfriend, lost her apartment all in the same day, and didn't have a job. So she only has a few $100s in her bank account. Her girlfriend's trying to help her out, but she sees that an ad for an apartment sitter, and she goes, you know, thinking this will be good. I will get paid to stay in this place, and I can look for a job, and I can get my life back in order. So she does this, and when she gets there at the Bartholomew, which is the name of the hotel, several of the residents are permanent residents, and they own different apartments in the building. And then there are some that they just lease out because they're between owners. So they have promised to pay her an ungodly amount of money to watch this apartment. But there are rules. And these rules are very extreme. She cannot go out of her apartment in the evening. She cannot have anyone over. She cannot tell anyone that she is staying there. You know, some things that are really majorly red flags that would have made you go, do I really want to be here? Can I really live like this? Only for 3 months. 3 months, and she was going to get, I think it was $20,000. Just or $12,000. I'm sorry, $4,000 a month, $12,000. So, you know, can she really stick it out that long? Something happens, of course. It's another murder mystery. So you will have to read that one. That one's really good. Then, the last book that I just finished up yesterday was The Me I Used to Be by Jennifer Ryan. I gave this one 3 stars. It was a good book, but it was fairly predictable. I kind of knew where it was going, where it was heading, what was going to happen, who it was going to happen with. The girl in the story gets caught with stolen goods, and the police officer that stopped her and arrested her was given a tip by an anonymous person, and this person was trying to catch someone else. So she ends up having to go to jail. She spends her time there. Her father dies. She gets out of jail early, and it just snowballs from there. You know what's going to happen. You know, she's going to meet the guy, she's going to fall in love, she's going to run into the other one that caused her issues. But it's a good story. You know, if you want something quick and light and easy, go for it. It'll be fun. Next up, I have Those Girls by Chevy Stevens. And all I remember about it is that it's 3 sisters. I haven't even started reading it yet. But it's about 3 sisters, and it seems like somebody ends up missing, one of the sisters, and they have to find each other. So I'll let you know how that one goes. So now we're into cross stitch. I have not 1, not 2, but 3 finishes. I am so excited. So let me show those to you. I kept them all in my little bag. Thank you. I like this because the front of it's open and I can see where they all are. So the first one I finished was Alphabetique by JBW Designs. I just love her designs. They're so cute. So this is what I stitched. Can you see the color in that? And I even got the little buttons on. Do you see that? I mean, that's a finish, right? And again, here is my N that I reworked and moved the M up there. But I like that N, how it turned out. It's got a big wrinkle in the middle of it, but I think you can still see. I think that turned out real cute, and I'm real pleased with that. The next one I finished was Skinny Mini Sampler by Samplers and Santa. It's a 2017 pattern, and I believe this one is still out there on her blog, Samplers and Santa's blog, so you might check for that. I just did the top half. Let me get a board. I just did the top half of the sampler because I really liked it. I thought that bird turned out really cute, and the alphabet, and I love the flame stitching. I think that's cute. And I really liked it on the pink check. You know how I like my checks. Then the third one I finished was Heloise Cornu, 1898, by Reflets de Soie. And this one, you know, this one started out, I only work on 28, but this was so small, I had to wear 2 pair of glasses and sit under a really strong light in order to get it done. and I think it was Marcia checked the count for me, and I think she said it was at least 40, if not smaller. So this is my finish. I love it. I think it turned out so pretty. I left the vase really light so that the flowers would pop, and I think they just did, and the colors are just beautiful together. I hope you can see that well, and that you like it. I'm so sorry. I didn't think this would kick up like this. I'm sure it's because I'm talking so much. Right now, I am working on Morning Glory Needleworks Pumpkin Pincushion. And I'm not going to show you all of this, but this is what I have so far. Here, let me get the board again. So I'm almost done. It's going really quick. I think it's really cute. So that's another one I think will be fun. And I wanted it to get done for Halloween. So I think I'm going to be okay with that and have it done soon enough. Up after that one, I am going to work on Cinnamon Stars by Plum Street. Now, I know some of you actually, we were going to have a sale, Laura and I were going to have a sale on this at one point. And if you haven't already finished it, but you still have it, if you'd like to stitch it with me, that'd be great. And we can share pictures, you know, and where we're at, our progress on it. So that would be really fun. The colors of it are just gorgeous. Look at those. And I'm going to put it on a creamy white, cream color. I don't know if there's a, let's see if I have a tag on it. Yeah. It's Antique White, Monaco. So this is one that I picked up at probably Hobby Lobby or Joann's. But it's really pretty creamy yellow, and I thought that would be really nice for the fall with all of these beautiful colors. So that's what's up next. And I wanted to show you, I have decided to put my whips in this bag that my sister-in-law made for me. So after Cinnamon Stars, I've got different things set up. I'm going to try to start working on these and get them done. So I've got Halloween by Waxing Moon Designs. I've actually worked on this one some. Not a lot. But, uh-oh, my needle's holding it down. And yeah, I know I've got my needle in the wrong place, but the thread's not very long. So this is what I have. Where'd it go? This is what I have on that. So just part of the hat and part of the buckle there. So I hope to make some progress on that and get that one going. And get that put up. Then I've got this one. I got this out of a magazine. It's Halloween Fairy by Nora Corbett. That one, I know. I think Amberly Fowler finished this not long ago. I think that is just such a pretty fairy. And I don't have much on her done either. Well, go back in there, please. Let's see what I have done. Part of her body here. So I've got a good chunk, but I still have a huge chunk to go. And I don't know that I will get to all of these, but I want to try to start working through some like this. And I thought if I would put them in here and set them by my chair, then maybe I'd have a chance of finishing them. Oh, yeah. This one is Told in a Garden. Oh, and I should know who it's by, and I cannot think now. Of course, my pattern's turned differently. Family Treasures 2 by Marilyn Levitt Emblem. So I don't know if you can even see that. It's so tiny. I just love this piece. So that is what I'm gonna, she's been calling to me, and I just have to get some of this done. So far, here is where I'm at. And I know I had a horrible time trying to get this gate in. Laura had to help me do that. And I think everything else has fallen pretty well. But I want to have this done. So if I can have this done by next spring so that I can hang it out where it belongs and it can be shown, I would love that. And I may just stitch on these a little bit and then move on to the next one. I don't know. But I really want to give each of them some love. So then I have my working copy here of 2Bs and ABCs. This one is by Rosewood Manor. I love this. The flower just sold me down there at the bottom, which is, of course, where I started. Come on, slide in past all that floss. And then I have, using a tip that my friend Sue Wild told me, I stitched 3 guidelines. There's the third one. 3 guidelines, so I knew the edges and the center all the way up, and that has really helped me a lot. So that's what I have done so far. There's a fold there that's not messed up. I can't find the front. There you go. There's the straight then. But look at that flower. Isn't that beautiful? Love that. So I am definitely going to give this a little bit of love this time too. I know those both seem kind of springy or summery, but I might be ready for fall, but I'm not ready to stitch winter yet. So I'm still doing these things that are in the season we're in. Then the last thing I have in this is in my Judy bag. These others were Judy bags too, but I love this honeybee. Look at that, it's just so pretty. And there's a crest, like a family crest on there. And then look at the little needle minder that I found at one of the retreats I went to. Begin each day with a grateful heart. I love that. So in here is Jardin Privy Sampler à Bouquet 1, 2, and 3. So this is the trio. There's 1, 2, and 3. And this is what it is going to be. Let me get my fingers out of the way. Once it's all done, I'm going to do it in one big long piece like that, which I think is absolutely spectacular. And this, if you remember, I'm going to put on my linen that was hand dyed by Doug. And it's this beautiful, beautiful pale pink. He called it Sweet Nancy. It's a 28 count Cashel linen. So I can't wait to start working on that one, see how that goes. So that brings me to the end. What I have left now are the big projects around the house. I can tell you, I finished my wallpapering in my dining room. I was so excited to get that done. I hadn't even realized it had been a year since I started it. A year! I usually knock those out in a weekend. Man, this getting old as the pits. But not only have I finished papering it, I have also decorated it. And then my china cabinet, I wallpapered the back of my china cabinet so there would be some contrast and I could see what was actually in my china cabinet. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I finished my TV trays. Can't think of what you call these things I'm tapping on here. You know, I had decoupaged them. Well, I have since put the top coat on and they are all sealed and I have been using them, so they are very, very nice now. I really like them. They're, you know, they're not professionally done and they have little curls and things, but I'm okay with that. I like the little imperfections. Makes them feel like they're more unique. I also finished antiquing my bathroom cabinet and have that all done so I could show you that. Seems like there are more things that I need to tell you about, but I can't think of them. So as I do, I will add them to one video and get that out for you so you can just see the updates on all of those. But in the meantime, I thank you for watching me through to the end. I hope you had a good trip, and I hope to see you again soon. You take care, stay healthy, and brightest blessings. Bye-bye.